Today on Public Eye News, a helicopter crashes into the ocean near Miami Beach and a health advisory has been issued for the Flint area.
Later, Ava Sahoyan will have your weather and Michael Cudahy will have your sports update. Hi, I'm Madeline Plattenberg.
And I'm Brendan Ford, and this is Public Eye News. The Michigan House of Representatives has given approval to a bill that makes trespassing a felony on certain structures, including the Mackinac Bridge. This bill comes as a response to a bomb scare directed toward the Mackinac Bridge last summer, as well as an incident where a man was taking pictures outside of his car on the bridge. This bill also includes Zilwaukee bridges, cell phone towers, tunnels, and manufacturing plants. If one is caught trespassing, it could result in a $25,000 fine and up to 4 years in jail. The bill now heads to the state Senate and Governor Whitmer for approval. Also in Michigan, the controversial herbal remedy kratom is being discussed by the House Committee. The bill that the House Committee is discussing wishes to regulate the sale of the herbal supplement by restricting the sale of it to those under 21 and including a warning label that lists possible side effects. While kratom has been banned in 12 states already, Michigan does not wish to join these states, as it could be a useful treatment to opiate addiction.
A health advisor has been issued for the Flint area. Equipment at a municipal pumping station at Flint's Northwest pump station failed, sending an unknown amount of raw sewage into the Flint River at 1:25 p.m. on Sunday. As stated by the Flint Journal, Genesee County Health Department officials recommend that people avoid bodily contact with the Flint River due to the untreated sewage. The health advisory emphasizes avoiding the Flint River west of Mill Road Bridge at Flushing Road in Flint Township. The area is downstream from where the sewage was released. And an Indiana man has been arrested in the 1987 killing of a woman. Patrick Wayne Gilham, a 67-year-old of South Bend, was arrested Thursday. The Berrien County Prosecutor's Office has charged Gilham with murder and breaking and entering of an occupied dwelling in the killing of 30-year-old Roxanne Lee Wood. Wood's death was ruled a homicide according to Niles and Michigan State Police investigators. The case was reopened again in 2020. Police stated that new technology helped link Gilham to the crime, but said they cannot divulge those details yet. And another UP 200 is in the books, as it was a cold Friday night as dog sled race went underway here in Marquette, and Public Eye News' own Megan Tarcia was on the scene.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, you guys, what do you think?
The weather ramped up just in time for the UP 200 to get kicked off tonight here in downtown Marquette. With a few extra inches of snow, the dogs are ready to go. The race, which lasted February 18th through the 20th, covered 228 miles of challenging terrain from Marquette to Grand Marais and back again to Marquette's Lower Harbor Park, where mushers crossed the long-awaited finish line. The UP 200 is an Iditarod qualifier where racers began with a 66-mile upbound leg from Marquette to Wetmore with a required 5-hour resting period once arrived. This year's race had 2 finish lines, one in Marquette's Lower Harbor for those leaving Wetmore checkpoint prior to 9 a.m., and the other being located at the Ojibwa Casino for those leaving after 9 a.m. First place was awarded to musher Ryan Anderson, an 8-time UP 200 winner, who crossed the finish line at 1:28 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Wade Mayers came in close second place at 1:47 p.m., and Nick Vigilante taking third with a finishing time of 2:04 p.m. Megan Tarcia, Public Eye News, Marquette, Michigan.
And don't touch that dial, because after this break, we will be coming at you with your weather and your national news. Stay tuned.
Remember I told you I was at college? Really, Mommy is in jail.
I was soccer mom. My life was my kids.
I miss this.
The system is designed to be punitive, but it's about getting our lives restored.
You want me to go out there and explain to people that I have a felony, that I was a drug addict?
It's gonna be a struggle, but I'm ready.
Tonight at 10 on WNMU-TV.
Hi, welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Ava Sahoyan here with your weather today. Looking behind me at NMU's campus, you can see it's a pretty snowy walk to class today. Current conditions is snowing in Marquette with a temperature of 15 degrees, winds out of the northeast at 16 miles per hour, and a barometric pressure of 30.37 inches and falling. Looking into tonight, there will continue to be snow showers with the low of 13 degrees and winds out of the east-northeast at 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, it will continue snowing with a high of 16 and winds out of the north-northeast at 21 miles per hour. Across the UP, there are snow showers today. Starting over in Escanaba, it's a high of, average of 13. In Manistee, it's 14 degrees. In Escanaba, it is 16 degrees and cloudy. In Menominee, it's 19 degrees and snowing. Looking over at Iron Mountain, it is 15 degrees. In Ironwood, it is 13 degrees. Up in Houghton is 12 degrees. And in beautiful Marquette, it is 16 degrees. Looking into later this week, on Wednesday, it's going to be a high of 12, a low of 1 with snow showers continuing. Thursday, there's going to be a high of 16 degrees, a low of 6, and will be mostly cloudy. Friday will continue to be mostly cloudy with a high of 17 degrees and a low of 6.
Thank you for that weather update, Ava Sahoyan. Let's go ahead and get into the international news. And today, in the Ahmaud Arbery case, the jury will hear the closing arguments from prosecutors and defense attorneys. The jury will have to decide whether or not Arbery was the victim of a hate crime based on the history of racist comments made by the 3 white men that chased and murdered the 25-year-old. This jury consists of 8 white people, 3 black people, and 1 Hispanic. And on Saturday, a helicopter crashed into the waters off of Miami Beach. This crash took place in a popular tourist stretch and happened just a few feet away from people swimming in the waters. The only injuries were 2 passengers who have since been treated and are in stable condition. The Federal Aviation Administration is responding to the scene. And the White House hasn't set a date or time, but President Biden says he's open to talk with Russian President Vladimir Putin in order to avoid a war in Ukraine. Deborah Alfarone has more details from the White House.
Good afternoon.
The White House says President Biden is willing to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin, but only if Russia does not invade Ukraine.
We're ready to continue diplomacy, including at the highest levels, to try to resolve this matter peacefully.
But time may be running out for a diplomatic solution.
Putin-Biden.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said at a meeting of Putin's Security Council that the West is not ready to accept Moscow's demand to stop NATO's eastward expansion. The U.S. says it has intelligence that President Putin has given the order to proceed with an invasion, and commanders on the ground are making plans to maneuver their units into position.
What we're seeing actually happen is Mr. Putin act on certainly what looks to be very clear intentions to invade Ukraine again.
Russia announced it is keeping tens of thousands of troops near Ukraine's border in Belarus, even though it says planned military exercises there are over. And there has been a dramatic escalation of shelling from Russian-backed separatists in eastern Ukraine. The White House says there are no firm plans for a meeting with Putin, but there are firm plans for how to respond if Russia invades. The president convened his National Security Council at the White House Sunday to discuss sanctions the U.S. and its allies will impose in the event of an attack.
A small war in Europe can grow if we don't stand up in strong and resolute terms to defend our allies and partners.
The U.S. sent a letter to the UN claiming Russia has a list of Ukrainians to be killed or sent to camps following a military occupation. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
After this break, Michael Cudahy will have your sports.
Coming up on Austin City Limits. Saturday night at 11.
Yesterday, Wisconsin defeated Juwan Howard and his Michigan men's basketball program 77-63. What is noteworthy, though, is not that Wisconsin won, but the handshake line that followed. Howard typically leads his team in the handshake line, but chose not to after the loss. Wisconsin coach Greg Gard briefly shook hands with Howard, but did not feel like it was enough as Howard did not make eye contact with him or anyone else in the line. Gard then stopped the line, putting his hand on Howard's chest, as the two of them then seemed to start yelling at each other. A scuffle then took place between the coaching staff and some players from both teams. The Big Ten is currently in contact with both schools on the incident. And in 2024, the Formula One field could see a new American team in the competition. Racing legend Mario Andretti confirmed over the weekend that his son Michael has launched an F1 application. The team would be based out of England, just like McLaren, Aston Martin, Red Bull, and Williams, but would have a shop in Indianapolis. Mario says that they have an engine sponsor, which has prompted speculation as to which engine manufacturer. Andretti attempted to acquire a majority stake in Alfa Romeo, but the deal fell apart back in October. Colton Herta is said to be the lead driver if the bid is accepted. Currently just 21 years old, he would be 24 by the time the 2024 season started. And he is also considered the best F1 American prospect, who is currently one of the best drivers in IndyCar. And in an Olympics update, Finland won its first ever gold medal for men's hockey, beating the Russian Olympic Committee and not Team Russia in the gold medal game 2-1, as Russia is not allowed to compete in the competition due to sanctions by the World Anti-Doping Agency. The Russians scored first on the power play by former NHL first-round pick Mikhail Grigorenko. Vili Polka then responded for Finland into the second period. The Finns then flew to the lead 31 seconds into the third period with a goal by Hans Bjornen, beating ROC goalie Ivan Fedotov.
And the Marquette Winter Games begins on Friday, February 25th at the Marquette Mountain Resort. All registered athletes and spectators will receive free admission. Athlete check-in is from 5:30 to 7:30, while the opening ceremony runs from 7 to 8 p.m. With the event being held outside, spectators can expect cold weather, so dress warm. Attendees can look forward to entertainment with fireworks produced by the Great Lakes Fireworks, a pro rail jam competition, and the lighting of the cauldron. Olympic gold medalist Nick Baumgartner will be speaking about his experience at the Winter Olympics. And the Northern Michigan University Choral Ensemble's concert has been rescheduled. Originally for February 22nd, the concert has now been moved to Wednesday, March 16th at 7:30 p.m. in Reynolds Recital Hall. The change was due to factors including weather, staffing, and the passing of a family member, according to Director of Choirs Aaron Kolwitz. Attendees can expect to hear pieces from Eschen, Waltz, Vecchi, Mozart, Petrarchan, and more. Admission is free and masks are required.
Wow. Have you checked the radar for the coming snowstorm?
I've just looked outside my window.
It's looking like a really big storm. Could be coming like for a couple days now.
Yeah, I see that. It's looking pretty rough out there for students walking to class.
Yep. Might not even have class tomorrow. Chance we might not be on air tomorrow due to the weather conditions. So yeah, that would free up a Tuesday for everybody.
Oh, definitely. You can go out and go sledding or skiing.
Build a snowman, have a snowball fight, just not here on campus.
Definitely.
Did you see that Finland won its first ever men's gold medal in hockey the other day?
I didn't.
Yeah, it was
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was very late at night, pretty early in the day in China, but it was very impressive. And that's all the time we have for you today. I'm Michael Cudahy.
And I'm Madeline Plattenberg. We might not see you tomorrow, but we'll see you Wednesday on Public Eye News.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.